Hi, welcome to the Cars of Palm Springs. I'm Denny Adams. Today we'll be checking out this 1960 Chrysler New Yorker. So hop in, let's go for a ride. We're driving in downtown Palm Springs on the way to the House of Tomorrow for the walk around. Kind of cool things about this car: it has push button transmission. It does not have a park position, so you have to put the car in neutral and use the parking brake. Over here you have the heater controls. This is a non-air conditioned car. Radio clock. Cool thing about this car: it has electroluminescent dash lighting. It uses a 270 volt transformer to illuminate phosphorus for all the dash lighting. So we're just driving through some of the side streets and residential area of Palm Springs. We're just now passing the Richard Neutra house, completed in 1947 for the Kaufman family of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The House of Tomorrow was designed in the early 60s by William Chrysler for the Alexanders. They were a successful real estate development couple. Elvis had his honeymoon here in 1966 and continued to rent the house until 1967. Now we're headed to Palm Springs City Hall to do the tech spec. So welcome to Palm Springs City Hall. I think the building was built in 1962, but it's basically the same period as the car. So the designer Virgil Exner and his team did a great job on this car. From the fins, to the power antenna, to the pillarless design here, the fender mounted rear view mirrors and rear dash mirror. It's really a unique car. This is the tech spec segment. I'm going to show you around the car. The engine is a whopping 413 cubic inches, generating 350 horsepower. It goes 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds, which is pretty quick for a car of this era. It's a little unusual design. It has a dash-mounted turning signal for left and right instead of the usual column-mounted signal. This only lasted a few years and was proven unpopular with consumers. The interior fabric detail is incredible, with metallic color thread woven into the design. The steering wheel is pretty cool. It's clear acrylic. it's easily a 4-body trunk. So as you notice, these pedestrian-friendly fins at the end of the car, 1960 marked the time where they started reducing them and being a bit more conservative. I'm not sure I would call this conservative. So this car is 220 inches long and 79.8 inches wide. You can see the time it takes just to walk from the front to the back of it. The fuel tank filler is located behind the license plate, and you'll be seeing that quite often. This car averages about 11 miles a gallon. So this car has torsion suspension. It's 2 large bars with rubber isolators behind the wheels. It handles surprisingly well for a car of this size. You'll see a lion theme throughout the car, from the emblems to even the engine is called a Lion 413. So it is a large car. The turning radius is 46.9 feet. Speaking of turning radius, let's try to parallel park this boat. So my objective is to parallel park the car between these 2 cones without disturbing the ducts. Let's ask Mr. Dell of Palm Springs if he thinks I can do it. Did I succeed, Mr. Dell? Ah, well, it is a big car. Do I pass? Now let's hit the open road. This car was really built for roads like this. So for a 60-year-old car, this is really a nice driving car. You know, it pays when they're original. This one has higher mileage, but it's still a great, well-maintained vintage car. John F. Kennedy became president. The Beatles were playing in Liverpool. The U.S. enters the Vietnam War. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho was playing in theaters. And if a man had long hair, he could not get into Disneyland. Thank you for joining us on the Cars of Palm Springs. Please subscribe. We hope you enjoyed the show.